Good morning, class, and welcome to your virtual course. My name is Dr. Araipour, and you can call me Dr. A. I've sent you several emails regarding the course, and I asked you to explore the course. Here's the home page of your Canvas. The very first one is a short recording welcoming you to the course. I'm very happy to have you here. The second one, class philosophy. In short, this is a community where we all learn from one another, and it's based on pure respect. The third one is the announcements. I'm going to put this in student mode. And I had asked you to, these announcements, I had asked you to check them out, and they were emailed to you. We have a recorded orientation. It's an old one. The new one will be posted here. Welcome on orientation. Welcome to a virtual course. This was sent to you about over a week ago. And then this one a few days ago. And we are all here. The next one, number 4, let me quickly go over everything and then we cover all of them. First, the syllabus, the modules you can find. Again, by the way, on the left navigation bar, you have the homepage, announcement, syllabus, module, discussion, assignment, Zoom meetings, so on and so forth. So the syllabus, you can click on it here or here. Modules will have the practice test, the PowerPoints, the keys to the practice test. Homework can be found under the modules. And we have the discussion forum here. I'll discuss that in a moment. Exams can be found under the modules. Here's the office hours and the Zoom link for it. As far as getting to this class, all you have to do to attend this class, come to this Zoom meeting. Look at the left side. If you click on the Zoom meetings, all you have to do join. So again, because this had come up, I want to make sure everybody understands. On the home page of the Canvas, I have explained at the bottom, here's the office hours, but the next one says how to come to the meetings right here, the Zoom meeting here. Okay. All right, let's start from the syllabus. Under the syllabus, a couple of things. You have a calendar. Many times people put it just under the regular syllabus, but I wanted to separate it because I didn't want you to look for it if need be. And it shows you what you need to do at any given time, maybe by the section per session we cover. We have a couple of things coming up. We have an introductory assignment to My Open Math. I'm going to call it MOM from now on. And we have an algebra review. So, and just for the sake of argument, the first exam is coming up in a few weeks, in 4 weeks. And the other exams and important dates are given here. Okay. All right. So that's what you find under the syllabus, the calendar. Here's the syllabus, where we start with, of course, welcoming you to the course, the name and time and how we meet as far as the course is concerned. Then because the syllabi are getting larger and larger and more extensive, I put them in topic format so you can go to a topic of interest. We're going to look at each topic fairly fast, but please go back if need be. First, the material that we cover and the course goal. Then the text, you can find it here. I'll show you how to get that through My Open Math also. If you click on this, it brings up the book. And the digital platform that we do the homework assignments and the exams and everything, you can find it here, but we register through Canvas. Here's the class calendar. As I mentioned, roughly 3-4 weeks we have an exam, and it has the date of those and the date for the final as shown below. Okay, right here. Important dates, calculators. You may use a graphing calculator for the course, but not during the exam. Tech support for My Open Math, the digital homework. Tech support for Campus, or the tutorial center. The grading policy, I want to show you this table first. The online homework is 300 points. Remember, the way I've set up the online homework is that you can do it as many times as you want, as long as it takes you before the due date, that's fine. In the past, many students scored 300 points. It's easy to get those. 4 exams, each one is 100 points. And the final, although comprehensive, it's based on the previous exams, 300 points, giving you a total of 1,000 points. 90%, that means 900 or more is an A. 80%, that means 800 or above is B, so on and so forth. Also, what I want you to know is that the first 4 exams, the lowest of those can be replaced by the final, as long as the final is good, meaning B or 80% or higher. Homework is good, meaning minimum of 90%. And when I change that, this action will result in a higher letter grade. Otherwise, it defeats the purpose. I've set up the exams such that you take each exam on Saturdays. Although we meet on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with the exception of the final, by the way, that has a specific date set by campus. So there's no need for makeup policy. If something comes up, you let me know. If you have proper documentation, you can get that. In the meantime, there's no proctorio. I'm assuming everybody's here to learn. So when you take the exam, it is timed and it has password. But as long as it's done before the due date is fine, and it's due on Saturday, you can take it anytime, as long as you give it enough time. The late work, there's a 10% penalty for some of the assignments that you may use a late work. I suggest you don't. This one is important, CSULB 36, and this is the website for that. And in short, what it says, we need 3 hours per unit. Because it's a 3-unit course, we have to spend 9 hours per week to do a good job on this. And this is an average. Depending on the background, you may need more. So please. Then I have more information here. Some of you may or may not be interested, like dropping policy, which I follow the policy of the college. Disabilities, plagiarism, CSULB commitment, if you want to read that. Basically, we are here to help everybody. We believe in education, basic needs. And I want to discuss the summary steps to success. First, you want to read your notes with the problem in there. Study the corresponding sections by carefully studying the lecture PowerPoints. The lecture PowerPoints are extremely important. And when you do that, I have the lecture PowerPoints. We go through the solution. You really want to go over each example a couple of times. Now, this is probably the most important part, creating a formulation. I highly recommend you use an index card here. Use an index card. And all you need 1 or 2 index cards per section. Write important formulas, definitions on one side, even a simple example on the back. So by the time the exam comes, the week of exam, you have a few, somewhere between 5 to maximum 10 index cards you have to study. And of course, again, do the examples and the home. Office hours posted on the home page of Canvas as well as here. Okay, everybody? So that's the synopsis of the syllabus. Going back to the home page. The next thing is the module. So I want to show you what you find in the modules as the homework, practice, test, exams, everything. So if you click on the modules right here or right here, what do you find? I want to give you the synopsis of what you find. First, you find My Open Math. If you click on it here, everybody, if you have an account, you can use your username and password. If you don't, you can create an account. So it's very straightforward. Just create an account with a proper username and password. Then the next one, these are all the recorded PowerPoints. Take a look at this one. This is my YouTube channel. I have all the recordings from section 1.6, which we are going to spend some time today, all the way to the end. Everything that you need is there. If for any reason you miss a lecture, make sure you watch these recordings. You can watch them as many times as you want. You can rewind them, you name it. Going back to the modules. Now, the next one is exam one module. I'm going to cover this because really this is what you should be concerned with. But what comes after that exam 2 module, which is similar to that exam 3 module, exam 4 module? What do you find at the end? These are the final exam review, okay? We have it in various formats, including the PowerPoint. So you don't have to worry about that now, but the exam review for the final is right here. And of course, we also have the record. This is the TI calculator information if anybody needs some commands and how to use it. So let's go back to the module 1. First, we have the practice test. And then the last one, the first one and the last one is the PowerPoint format on that. So why did I put this first? Because I highly recommend you spend a couple of minutes reading this. Don't do anything, just read this. This is the synopsis of the first module. This is what you need to be successful in this module. And I have the question, I have the key. Every question has a key. And when we finish 1.6, not only you want to do the homework in my open map, which I will show you, you also want to do the exam review. So on a daily basis, if you do 1 or 2 questions on the week of the exam, you really don't have to worry about that. Going back to exam 1 module, the last one, this is a PowerPoint format where I picked some of those questions that were the most difficult ones, and I put them here for the students, okay? And not only it has the key, it has the solution with details. But what I want to explain even more than anything else, pay attention to the one in the middle. What is this one? This contains everything you need as far as the PowerPoints are concerned for the section of interest, for the module of interest. So if I click on that, notice what happens. Every PowerPoint we are going to cover, I have it in the form of a PDF file as well as PowerPoint. And if you put it in, if you download the PowerPoint and you put it in slide mode, take a look at what happens, because we're going to cover this today, a portion of it. Take a look. You don't have to write any definition, any proofs, okay? You don't even have to write the examples. You just listen. So what do you write? We are going to go over the examples with detailed solution. You write step-by-step solutions. Why is that? This way, you don't waste your time. You are all ears. You learn better. You don't have to write anything except the solution. Okay, everybody? So where do you find that? Under the modules. Exam, under the modules of Canvas, where it says exam 1 module, the one in the middle. Same thing for the second one, and so on. Going back to the homepage of the Canvas, so we found the modules and everything. The next one I want to discuss is a discussion forum. You can click on it here or on the left navigation bar. First, you find the student files. You have mine here as an example. I suggest you write yours so your fellow students get to know you. And please, you're more than welcome to put comments and discuss amongst yourself, but please, nothing but pure respect. The second one is FAQ, frequently asked questions. In the past, when students ask questions, I put them all together here. For example, can I use a math editor? How to use it? Do I need a, this question comes up, do I need a course ID? And they mean it for my OpenMath. The answer is no, because you register it through Canvas. So on and so forth. Take a look at this. It doesn't take more than a few minutes of your time. This is the question that has always come up, and I never understood why between students, some they don't pay attention. Where to find the exam passport? Every exam is password protected. There's an email/announcement sent to you the week of the exam. And if you miss that, you shouldn't. But if you miss that, you can find it under the announcements. Again, when you go under the announcements right now, you don't see it. But when the week of exam comes, you can find it there. Okay. So under the discussion forum, this has that information. Going back to the home page, we've covered just about everything. I'm going to leave the student mode and I'm going to start with my OpenMath. So you have registered with my OpenMath under the modules. Again, I'm going to remind you, this is where you register. You don't need the course ID. And it takes you to my OpenMath. The very first thing is a mandatory introduction assignment. This basically teaches you how to deal with my OpenMath. This is algebra review. These two must be done by the time we come back on Friday, because then you'll be able to continue with the course. The next one, you don't have to worry about it yet, but when the time comes for the exams, you can find them here. I'm going to close it up for now. Then it's the description and then the calendar. So I want to discuss this first two assignments. Number one, if you click on this, all you have to just enter this on. For example, this one says, put this number, 36.815. So I put it just the way it is. Now I'm going to put the same number, but to the nearest hundred. So 36.8. Next to it is 1. Now this one either remains or goes up. Since to the right of 1 is 5, it goes up to 2. Next one, can I divide by 0? The answer is no. It's undefined, okay? But we have to go with DNE, does not exist. And so if you submit the question, it check marks, gives you the points. If you don't submit the question, it assumes you haven't done it. And if you make a mistake, all you have to do, get a similar question. And you continue to the next question, so on and so forth. Now, something comes up, you can come back to finish it. If you click on done, it gives you the point for what you've done, and it says the rest are unattempted. You can always come back and resume it before the due date, or exit. When I exit, I still have the time to come back and do this. So that's the first one. The next one, and I want you to pay attention to this one, when this is the algebra review. This tells you whether you're ready to move on with the course or not. I can't emphasize this enough. So if I click on it, I want to show you what shows up. Basic information from algebra, and we have about 40 questions all the way to logs. For example, the first one, it's asking for the slope. Any vertical line, the slope is undefined, and over here they use does not exist because they don't have the undefined. And the horizontal line, the slope is 0. And over here, if I want to calculate two points are given, I want to calculate the slope is rise over run. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. I want to see if the two lines are parallel, they have equal slopes or not, perpendicular if they are negative reciprocal of each other. Here's what I want you to notice. Even if you have no idea what to do this happened to have a video. You can watch the video. And that's what makes this interesting. Many of the questions, class, have videos. This one has it, this one doesn't, this one doesn't, this one has it. This one has 2 videos. So you have to do this to make sure your algebra techniques is good enough for you to continue. Now, if I click on done, again, it shows I've done the first 2 questions and the rest of them are unattempted. I can come back and do it before the due date, or I can exit. When I exit for now, I can come back anytime, as long as it's before the due date. Then I have the course description, as I mentioned, exams and course description. Now I want you to pay attention to the calendar. First, we have this introductory assignment, then we have the algebra review. Look at the exam. The exam is due on the 16th, and right before the exam, we have all the homework. What does it mean? Should I do the homework just the day before the exam? No. If you do that, you will never get to finish the homework, learn, and do well on the exam. Instead, you do every section as soon as I'm done with the lecture, because the reason I put it here, because sometimes in the past students have mentioned, we don't have time until the weekend to get to it. And I didn't want to have to reactivate it for some students. This way, I hope everybody listens to what I say. Do the homework as soon as I'm done with the section. Now we have module 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 are just like the ones we have on Canvas. I'll show you. But what is module 0? Resources, such as text, gradebook, calendar, late pass, online calculators, and review chapters. So take a look. For example, over here, these are the section 1.6 to 2.1, and those are the lectures and the text for them. Here's the calculus text. If you click on view online, you can pick a section of interest. Again, not that we cover everything, but that's your text. Various calculators, for example, this is a scientific calculator. The point being, I'll put all the resources here for you, so you don't have to pay a penny for anything, class. Then using a late pass, gradebook, the free online calculator, Desmos, and how do you use it? There's a video explaining it. Take a look at this one. This chapter review class is for those that when you do the algebra review, for any reason, if you feel uncomfortable and you need more, besides the algebra review that I put in Canvas, we have it here. These are the objectives, the videos, and then the first one, review of function, basic classes of functions, some trigonometric functions, inverse functions, exponential and logs, okay, factoring. So those are the sections that I thought everybody needs. And again, you decide whether you want to go through that or not. It is not graded. Pass. Module 0, chapter review is not graded. It's just a chapter review to help you get ready to continue with the course. So your course starts with module 1, and notice 1.6. Again, we have some pages. If you want to study, there's text pages. We have the videos. Remember, I'm going to have a PowerPoint and I'm going to record it so you have all of those. But if you feel that you need more, and I highly recommend you try at least one of those videos. You may like those videos and you want to watch them before you start the homework. So when you get to the homework, again, just like the previous one, the previous 2 that I showed you, you just put the information here and you check. In this case, we want the first term is given as 2. And the second one is given as 3. Again, take a look. This is a sub 1, first term. This is a sub 2. Then it says if you want any term, the one before that and the one before that we need to add. So 2 and 3 is 5. 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 5 is 13. And if I don't submit the question, doesn't give me a point. I submit the question, and notice this even has a video. Okay, class. Let's say I don't know what to do. Just watch the video. So again, some of the questions have videos. I can't emphasize this enough. Again, I'm going to click on done, which means it registered the grade for me for what I've done. I can come back and resume before the due date, or I can exit, just like the previous ones. So here's the recap. Here's the home page of Canvas. We have the welcome message, class philosophy, announcements, syllabus. We went over the syllabus and the modules that has everything. Here's the office hours that are posted. How do you get to this Zoom meeting? Right here. Okay, Zoom meeting right here. Now, I want to again look at the modules. Under the modules, you register with My Open Math here. Recorded practice test. You're concerned with module 1. The first one and the last one are about exam review. And these are your PowerPoints. That's as far as the Canvas is concerned. And as far as MOM is concerned, you start with introductory assignment to MOM, algebra review, and after that, it's time to go to, if you need any help from module 0, such as the review section. If not, you start with module 1, which starts with some lectures, videos, and then the homework. And that's all there is to it. I wish you all best of luck and happy studying.